to everyone. I'm Sivashankari Bharati, and here with your daily news. On today's show, we will meet a famous psychologist. He is famous for classically conditioning a little boy named Albert to fear a rat. Telling us more about the experiment, here with us is Dr. John B. Watson.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me here. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. So tell us about yourself.
Well, I was born in 1878 in Greenville, South Carolina, to Emma and Pickens Watson.
Okay.
In 1989, I graduated from Furman University and then majored in psychology at the University of Chicago and married the lovely Mary Ikes. I later had 2 children named Mary and John. After that, I was hired as an associate professor of psychology at the Johns Hopkins University and became the founder of behaviorism. In 1914, I published a book called Behavior, An Introduction to Comparative Psychology. In 1916, I became president of the APA. That was a pretty good gig, lasted for a few years.
That's cool.
In 1920, however, I was dismissed from Johns Hopkins and later produced the Little Albert Experiment. And just for the record, I quit from Johns Hopkins. They didn't fire me.
Okay.
Then I wrote another book
That's good to know.
called The Psychological Care of Infant and Children. And yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's great to hear all these things about you. But before we go into detail about your experiment, let's take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsor.
Troubling you, feelings of inadequacy, or something in your unconscious mind, perhaps. Well, fear no more for Madame Tasseria.
I'm afraid of spiders, but I don't want to be afraid of spiders anymore. My friends all want to go on this trip, and it's a tarantula park.
Well, let's see what we can do about that. Watch the medallion, and you are now a secret. When you wake up, you will no longer be afraid of spiders. 1, 2, 3.
What happened?
I just hypnotized you.
Oh.
Now let's see how this works.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh, look at its legs and its pretty
Great!
Thank you so much, Madam.
You're welcome.
Your hypnotherapy today. Call 555-5555 or visit our website, hypnotherapyisnotally.com. Warning, not unless it costs $59 a month plus sales tax. Order your hypnotherapy today.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm Sivashankari Bharati, and this is the Today Show. I'm with the well-known founder of behaviorism, Dr. John B. Watson, and his little assistant, Little Annie. Let's welcome them onto the show. Hello again, Dr. Watson.
Hello, Siva. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
Hi, Little Annie. Hi. How old are you? I'm 5. Okay. And a half. Okay, Mr. John B. Watson. So one of your biggest contributions to psychology is your Little Albert experiment. Is it possible that we could see the experiment on the show?
Yeah, so similar to my Little Albert experiment, this is Little Annie.
Hi.
And in a moment, I'm going to provide Little Annie with this unicorn.
Okay. It's so fluffy.
So when she takes the unicorn, shortly thereafter, I'm going to throw this spider, which I keep in my suit at all times, in her face, and it's going to classically condition her to become terrified of the unicorn.
Okay. Well, while you're doing the experiment, I will be backstage to see the experiment.
Very nice, very nice.
And Little Annie, you can sit right here. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Little Annie, this is trial 1. Here's the unicorn and spider. Success. Thank you very much. Okay. Spider's okay. Alright. Little Annie. Trial 2, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
No.
Alright, here you go. Spider. Wait, where'd he go? Oh, thank you. And little Annie, trial 3, okay? Yeah?
Okay.
Ready? Okay, here you go. Spider. Okay, now this is key here. For the 4th trial, I'm only going to provide little Annie with the unicorn. She's going to be terrified. Little Annie, trial 4. Trial 4? Yeah?
No!
You sure? No, it's just a unicorn.
No! No! It's evil!
It's just a unicorn.
It's evil!
It's just a unicorn.
No!
It's just a
I don't want it!
It's just a unicorn.
No!
It's just a unicorn. Okay, so I think that was successful.
Yes, that was a very good experiment, Dr. Watson.
Thank you, Sylvan.
In the experiment, you can see that little Annie has become suddenly frightened by anything that's, white and fluffy. Now, what's interesting here is that there's no inherent danger in that object, but yet she still associates it with some sort of negative stimulus. So in the future, whenever she sees anything white and fluffy, like for instance, your scarf, she'll become frightened.
And what's that called again?
It's called generalization.
So, Dr. Watson, could you tell us what this experiment had on, had an impact on psychology, you or little Albert?
Well, the interesting thing about little Albert is that he was already mentally disabled prior to the experiment, but afterwards he developed a condition known as hydrocephalus, which is a fluid buildup on the brain, and it led to his early death at the age of 6.
Oh.
So a lot of people believe that the conditioning and the generalization brought about by my experiment might have contributed to his early demise, which suggests for the fields of psychiatry and mental health that sudden exposure to harmful stimuli in association with positive stimuli could actually be detrimental not just to mental health but to physical health and to longevity itself.
Oh, okay.
And this led to the development of the field of behaviorism, which, as we saw in the later part of the 20th century, has had broad impacts on the field of psychology.
Okay. Did it have any impact on you?
Yeah, I think my whole concept of psychology itself changed. I began to align more with B.F. Skinner's view that man doesn't really have free will at all. As a matter of fact, even the things that we logically know aren't harmful can appear harmful to us with just a bit of classical conditioning.
Wonderful to have you on our show, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate
No
it.
problem. Thank you again.
See. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Philip Barton here. We're talking to you about the Canon Bar Theory of Motion.
Little Albert and his experiment.
No, I can't. I'm sorry, you didn't tell me.
We can move it back a little bit. Can you see it or no?
That's quality, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's start. Should we bring the chairs closer, I guess?
Yeah.
Crystal, should we go?
I'm just gonna use the bathroom. real
So,
Okay, yeah.
Emma, describe your problem.
Well, my problem is all because of you.
You, Watson.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me here. I really do appreciate it.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming.
You're fired.
I thought that's.
In an effort to desensitize her to the harmful, I guess, fears regarding unicorn. So we're gonna go and try it. Annie, here you go. Okay, try one. Alright, sit back up, Annie. Okay, that was good. Good. Okay, trial 2. Here you go, Annie.
Huh?